ultimately, I think the people in the building would have a tremendous amount of regret that they didn't get it done. So if that leads you down the pathway of saying failed season, even with
So
11
here's the
wins
follow-up.
and yeah,
So confident in this Browns team, I think we should win. But since we're playing this, if game,
yeah,
um, if this is a failed season and we do lose, as great as we just asked the question earlier, is this one of the grading coaching performances we've ever seen? Where do you
right.
go from that? Because if it's a failed season, you do you run it back?
It's a conundrum. It's a hell of a conundrum because we've been praising the head coach for getting them this way, and if they had the voting already for coach of the year and he wins the coach of the year and gets beat in the first round, then you go back and you say, man, we needed more intel on the criteria for this award. Take it all the way through the playoffs or whatever.
Mhm.
It would be incredibly disappointing to see them lose. It really would.
It would.
And so
It's a conundrum, chat. It's a conundrum because this is not supposed to happen, man. This is not supposed to happen. And now the fact that all of these freaking coaches are on the market, man. This off season is not going to be fun in any slight of the stretch of the imagination, bro. Because that question has to be asked. It really does, man. Because while we can sit here, chat, because I'm with you from the fan perspective, I am with you guys 100% that was a great season. It was a hell of overcoming adversity, but we aren't Jimmy Haslam. We aren't these execs in the front office whose jobs are on the line. We are the fans that are sitting here that have no skin in the game other than our fandom. And what do they think of this season? Take your fandom out of it, because we can believe that this wasn't a failed season for that alone fact that look at what you had to overcome. But that's not the executives don't give a damn. These NFL owners don't give a damn. You know what I mean? These guys' jobs are on the line. And you had expectations to make it past this first round and to make a legit run at this thing, and you came out and pissed down your leg. Wow, where do you go? Where do you go? You'll ride with Barry and Stefanski. Only movie you didn't like was Watson. Can't wait for every football analysis to football fan to do a 180 and say Cleveland immediately say we are the worst franchise. Yeah, that's coming, William. You are right about that, man. You are right about that. We fell on our face. We did. We did. This is an embarrassing performance. There's nothing else to be said about it. I think the players will agree that this was embarrassing. This is this is this is terrible. This is terrible, guys. I don't even know what else to say, man. I did not expect this to happen. I called for a blowout and it happened on our end. The shedding of the Browns bandwagon is about to be extreme. Facts, Amber. Facts. Oh my God. It's good though, because I don't want get these fans out of here, man. This has been some of the most disgusting while we have showed out this year, it has been some of the most disgusting display of fandom I have ever seen out of Cleveland Browns fans this year. And I truly hope that we weed out those fair weather fans because, and I'm not saying all of you, because there are a lot of great fans. We are the best fan base in this franchise. But for the first time in my life, I've seen some of the most disgusting stuff come from a fan base that I never thought we would see. Like, I didn't think that could stoop down to the level that we stooped to. And we did. And I really hope that this loss weaves out those fair weather ass fans, because I believe it's though they were the ones that were the ones making all that noise and that we seen on a consistent basis. The real ones already. This is nothing foreign to us. I mean, we are used to expecting something and fail. Like so, the real ones are going to stick around. We'll be back next year. I'll be talking my ish all off season. I'm gonna sit on this L gladfully because I had a hell of a season. Man, when it's all said and done, I can reflect now. It's 1st and 10, man. I'm grateful. Look at all these people in chat. 968 on TikTok. There were over 220 people on YouTube. We look at what we built this year. Next year, we're going freaking crazy, chat. We are going crazy next year. And it's all thanks to you guys and this team. This was a hell of a year, man. We got 6 minutes to go, chat. We just got to get through. We just got to get through, man. It sucks it ends this way. It really does. But this is just going to make next year that much better. Maybe they're waiting for the crock pot to get on wheels. Maybe they're waiting for that Nuno to come down and we gonna do this all together. We all gonna be able to celebrate this together. Maybe they're just waiting to get out these fair weather ass fans and we gonna galvanize this together. I'm so sad, chat. How did we lose this game? Oh my god, they go draw the Kareem Hunt. It's a first down. It's a first down, man. So now we got to figure out. So off-season plans. Let me fill you guys in a little bit. For anybody wondering, I am a real estate agent. If you guys are moving, looking for a house, anything like that, I actually need to put my information up on the screen so you guys can reach out and I can help you find your next forever home or help you sell your home. We're gonna be shifting over content. We're gonna mimic some real estate stuff, so you'll see a little bit of real estate stuff thrown into the mix every here and there. But this off season, I have some plans. The crockpot on wheels is going to happen. That's going to be the first one of the first things that I really buckle down and try to get. And with getting the crock pot on wheels, I kind of want to do like a tour around to these Browns backer bars and start getting content. D'Anthony Bell says he's gonna be more than happy to help out with a fundraiser. We're gonna have fundraisers this off season. So that's gonna be fun. Bowling fundraisers with D'Anthony Bell and whoever he can come along with us. And we're gonna really try to spice up some content. A lot of it's gonna be on YouTube. Try to get this long form content going now. Podcast will still be going on. It's guest based, so don't expect me to just come on there and talk by myself. I want to have guests, but I've got some stuff planned for this off season, and I'm gonna try to make it as entertaining as we can and keep the Browns stuff flowing. But just know you'll see some real estate stuff thrown in the mix, and if you guys need any real estate help, be sure to reach out to your boy. Flacco dishes to the right side, and David Bell makes a tough catch. I'm ready for this game to be over. I can't sit here and watch this no more, bro. 450 to go on the fourth, man. You need a touchdown, yeah. At least for our ego, right? David Bell solidified his spot on the team for sure. He was probably the best offensive player on the field today, besides David Njoku. I'd still rent 20 years later for it. That's how did Akron. Yeah, I feel you, bro. It's crazy out. They say rates are starting to come down a little bit, though. People are expecting the Fed to drop the rates. It's been nice to see David Bell come into his own the last couple weeks. Excited for his future. He definitely turned a corner, man. It was big. Not having Tillman was a huge loss. I still am questioned and puzzled at the fact of why you would activate Grant Delpit and get all that hype up and then him not play. That was a massive blow. Shotgun set for Flacco. He's gonna drop back and throw it to Amari Cooper, and we're in Texan territory at the 40. This is crazy, man. The season's over, guys. The season is actually over. Oh, Crystal. Crystal coming through with a $4.99 super chat. Found your content late in the season. Enjoy your fire. Hate the season had to end this way after fighting through so much. Was not expecting this. Crystal, I appreciate the $5 super. And yeah, this is a tough pill to swallow, man. But this one doesn't hurt as bad as the Kansas City game. See, this is the way I feel about this team. I feel like my mom used to say to me, like, there was one point in time where I really disappointed my mom, and she said, "I'm not mad at you, I'm just disappointed." And that was one of the most gut wrench. If your parent has ever told you, "I'm not mad at you, I'm just disappointed," that is one of the most toughest things you can hear from from a parent. And I'm not mad at this team at all. But boy, I'm so disappointed, man. I am so disappointed. Because, man, you guys fought your asses off this year. This season we should not hang our heads down. It's gonna be hard to listen to any type of BS coach is gonna try to say in the locker room because we pissed down our legs. But man, no player on this team, Jerome Ford gets the handoff, bounces it out to the outside, and stutter stepping and gets it 2 yards. No player on this team should walk out of this locker room with their head down. Because, man, regardless of what we're sitting here talking about and speculating as far as expectations and what this front office may think is the season is a failure or not, man, we weren't supposed to be here. We weren't supposed to be 11-6. We weren't supposed to be on our fourth quarterback and peel off 4 straight games at the end of the year. Like, we weren't supposed to do none of this stuff. And the fact that the Cleveland Browns, a team that has been the butt of jokes for decades, a team that has always been on the other end of that end of the game interception where the Bears player had it in his hand and it ended up in ours, or us or San Francisco missing a game-ending field goal, or us coming back in that Colts game and finding a way to get a couple bailout calls from the refs. Like, for decades, we have never been on this side of the fence. And as a fan, man, what a freaking ride. But as an analyst, what a freaking fail. What a freaking fail. I'm so on the fence right now. I am so on the fence. This is a tough pill to swallow, man. Y'all was talking all that talk. Hell yeah, we had every right to. See, but what young people don't understand today, because majority of the time I realize that it's not the people that are my age and older, and usually if it are, you can just look at their profile picture and understand why they're saying the things that they're saying, because that's usually this is just telling you from experience. But what the young kids don't understand, like, it goes with everything. They don't understand how life works. They think, like, for instance, when I was on the fire Kevin Stefanski train, any second I gave Kevin Stefanski credit, it was like, "Oh, I thought you didn't like Kevin Stefanski. Oh, you were just off Kevin Stefanski. Oh, da 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 da." And then it's the same thing here. I like, it's just like young kids today have a weird way of thinking about things and how they operate and what they think. It's stuff like this is I mean, this was a great great thing for the Browns to go through at the spot that they are in. Wow. Back-to-back super chats. Hold on. And Joe Flacco gets sacked on 4th down to end our dreams. Cool. Kyle Phillips coming through with a 1999 super chat. He says, "Hey, it sucks, man. I work at the stadium. I got all these posters I'll send you. I think we need a better wide receiver too. Honestly, I love the season. I love you. We all need to keep our heads like it wasn't just the Browns, it was the refs." Kyle, W's in the chat for Kyle. I appreciate you, man. Yeah, it was. I'm not going to the refs. That's one lane that I will not go down. Jonathan, thank you for the 333 roses. Colin, thank you for the roses. 80, thank you for the roses. And then breaking with the $4.99 super chat. Thank you for the season, Chef. I appreciate you. Excited to see you kill it with the crock pot on wheels next year. I will be making the trip, brother. I appreciate you guys, man. You guys gave me a season. Like, I thought 2020 was a crazy season. I thought last year was I thought this was going to be the year where I had the crock pot on wheels and I thought I was going to take it to the next level. And at first, at the beginning of the year, I was very disappointed in myself that, like, man, I really didn't take this to the next level. And I was very upset, but I was at a very weird place in my life. And here comes the emotional stuff. Hold on. We're not doing this. We lost. But the fact that we did take this to the next level, the fact that we did, you know, build this community, man, I got y'all. I really do. I really got y'all. When this thing gets going, I'm not gonna forget the 200 people that was here. I'm not gonna forget y'all. I'm 2024 is gonna be wow, look at that camera with I've never seen that superpower. I'm not gonna forget what you guys gave me this year. And this is truly just the beginning. We had a lot of trolls in our lives, but man, the love that I received from you guys this year has been tremendous. And man, it just sucks that we got to end it this way, but it's gonna make 2024 it's gonna make 2024 that much better because I got a lot of plans for us. And the fact that we know that the players are supporting what we do too is it can only 10 times from here. And I think what we witnessed with this team is a great testament to my journey. And I'm selfishly talking right now. So if you don't want to hear it, you can leave, honestly, because we worked hard to get here. What a journey we had, but man, I didn't exceed what I wanted to do. I didn't get the crock pot on wheels. I didn't do what I wanted to do. We didn't make it past the first round. Job is nowhere near finished. At the end of the day, we underachieved. A lot of great moments, a lot of high moments, a lot of good things to reflect on, but we didn't succeed. We didn't do what needs to be done. And next year, it's on. Next year, it's on. And I know it sounds like a broken record because we said that last year, but damn it, next year it's on. This team fully healthy, this team with everybody back. Oh man, y'all better get y'all damn backpacks ready because it's gonna be up next year, chat. It's gonna be up next year. I don't know, man. I don't know what I gotta do. I guess I gotta edit a video. I don't even know how to edit this, man, because the game is over in the third quarter. I really don't. This is just, you know, wonder what we do at quarterback. There's nothing to wonder, Ben. We already know what we're doing at quarterback. I think Deshaun Watson got everything that he needed this season because we all know how I felt about just the energy that was radiating these first few weeks between Deshaun Watson, Stefanski, the way the offense looked, how everything just didn't look like it meshed. And I think that when you invest in $230 million and you invest in the farm on a guy like Deshaun Watson, you have to hope that everything falls in his way, right? And for the past 5 weeks since Joe Flacco was here, it seemed as if everything was slowly starting to slip out of his hands. And what I mean by that is, yeah, it's easy to sit here and be like, we know he's going to get the starting job next year, but we got to remember that these guys are human too, right? And guys like Eric get the boot. you can just beat it. Yeah, I'm yapping, but you're still here and you're watching. Matter of fact, you can get muted because you'll still be sitting here like a like the fan that you are. Um, but yeah, but like I was saying, this is I think it works out perfectly for Deshaun Watson because yeah, if you love this game the way that Deshaun Watson says he does, you couldn't as much as you love seeing your team succeed, in the back of your mind, you're knowing how hard the job is going to be next season. And I think seeing the way that it unfolded and the way that this season did play out, I think this franchise knows that they need Deshaun Watson. I think the jury is still out on the fact that was this trade everything that they needed it to be because you've seen as great as Joe Flacco was, you've seen that there's still major room for improvement. And one of the things that elite quarterbacks, I talked about why isn't Joe Flacco elite? Um, because anyone else that would be putting up those numbers would be getting praise. And I think it showed again today in the turnovers. He may have been very good, but he wasn't elite. And because the elite quarterbacks don't go back to back pick sixes, they just don't. Unless it was just one of those days, which it could have been just one of those days. But for instance, when we were down 14, 14 or 17 points versus the Ravens, we were in the same situation. It was 31-14 or whatever the case may be. And your $230 million quarterback came into the game and, you know, won you the game. So the leverage went right back into Deshaun Watson's hand. He's going to be our guy moving forward. There's not going to be a doubt in our mind. I think the whole conversation just shifts to Jimmy Haslam and Andrew Berry. It's a yes or no question. There's no on the fence question. We're not going to play the injury's there. If you go yes or no, was this season a failure? If they answer it no, buckle up. Buckle it up. Because off season's going to get real uncomfortable. Kyle coming through with another $4.99 super chat. And he says, who leaves in the off season? And sorry, man. This is sad. We need a healthy season. Love you again. Keep your head up. Joe will go to Pitt or somewhere else. I hope he doesn't, because that would really piss me off. I don't think there's any plan right now. I think everyone's gonna have to sit back and reflect. We won't hear many answers until a week, 2 weeks, until this thing kind of sets in and processes a little bit. I think they're going to be very, very dry in everything that they tell you, because I think I just think there's a big, big elephant in the room that needs to be addressed, and it's revolving around a guy that we all thought deserves to be head coach of the year. As crazy as it sounds, trust me, it sounds freaking crazy. But this is the situation that we're in, man. You can't lose 45-14 and not have that conversation. I'm sorry. And like I said at the beginning of the year, I'm not. Maybe I have to do my homework and go back and just get into the archives. But this is what I was afraid of. This is exactly what I was afraid of. But I'm still a Kevin Stefanski fan. I'm on the board. I think he deserves another shot. I would love to see him run this back. He showed just enough growth for me to think that there could be something with this. But at the end of the day, like I go back to it, I say the leverage goes back into Deshaun Watson's hands. And ultimately, if Deshaun Watson goes up to Jimmy Haslam and says, hey, I want Vrabel, or I want such and such, or I want Jim Harbaugh, or I want this, prepare yourselves, because you're not paying Kevin Stefanski $230 million, and you didn't trade him for 3 first-round picks and a second and a third. You traded that for Deshaun Watson, and they're going to listen to whatever Deshaun Watson has to say. So be ready. Be ready, chat. It goes by fast. This season did go by fast. All these Stroud haters, shut up. I wish we won, but you need to give him some respect. A rookie can do that. Yeah, what CJ Stroud did was, I think this is where I need to tip the cat off to the fans or to the Texans, because I already know where this. I know when I look up um on Twitter and all on social media, because I've seen it all throughout chat today. Everyone's going to go directly to the refs, and the refs did not put up 45 points. The refs did not. Uh, the refs did not. Where is it? The refs did not throw for 16 of 21 for 274 yards and 3 touchdowns. Um, the refs did not have blown coverage. Yeah, did the refs miss some holding calls? Could there have been some block in the backs that could have altered the momentum of the game? 100%. But you got your ass kicked. Uh, key three of my keys to victory was go kick their ass. I think the Texans looked at my keys and executed every key that I put out for us, and they did it. Number one was control the storm. They controlled the storm throughout the whole game. They came out, they punched us, we responded. They responded back. We messed up. They capitalized. Number two was execute the little details. One of the biggest little details is always executing off turnovers and executing off of the momentum. They did that. And then number three was ultimately just go out there and kick their ass. And when they got up at 24-14, they did not put their foot off the gas. They came out here and they pulled our pants down and smacked it. Literally, that's what they did. So you have nothing. You have to tip your hat off to the Houston Texans, Ryans. You want to talk about Coach of the Year? I think if you taking this into consideration, he probably deserves it, because you had your team come out and mollywop, quote unquote, the best team or the best defense in the world. Dylan coming through with that $9.99 super chat. I love you too, brother. Thank you so much, man. Thank you. Can we get one last get off the field? Bob, I feel like it's only right. How does Bob get his own? How does Bob get his, man? Because Bob, you deserve to tee off on my ass one time. And I don't know how, man. We might have to get him. Chat, what do we do? Like, we may have to get. Do we get him like a Houston Texan shirt? Like, what do we get for him? Because he won. He won. What does he get? I can't believe it, man. He gets an RKO. Next season, I'm beating the. Dylan comes through with another 499. Get off the field for one last one of the year, man. And by get off the field, I mean the Cleveland Browns. We're off the field, chat. I'm trying to rank just how like devastating this is, because I don't think this doesn't feel as bad as what you call it. Wait a minute. Elijah Moore had 2 catches for 12 yards. Yikes. I don't know, chat. Called off work already. I don't blame you, man. I don't blame you guys. All right, chat. I will go live later. I'm gonna get off here for a little bit. I'm gonna try to wind down and Unfortunately, I have to edit a freaking loss. I cannot believe I have to edit a loss. The first quarter is gonna be so lit, and then I already know what the comments are gonna say. Oh, let's see the second half. Oh, let's see all that for first round exits. Oh, all this hype for first round exits. So chat, I need y'all love. Okay, when we post these streams, please do not let please do not let these trolls take over the comments. Okay, I'm begging y'all because they are going to be out heavy, and I need y'all. I need y'all. Okay, because it gets tough. It's easy to sit here and say, you know, don't look at it, but it's very tough. Okay, so I need the Crockpot fam to hold strong. You let people talk their talk, but we stand our ground, okay? We stand our ground. We keep our heads held up high. We do not sorrow and sulk in this. We take it on the chin and we learn from it, all right? But do not let these freaking trolls take over our chat, okay? This is our chat. All right? I love you guys. I appreciate each and every one of you guys, man. There's 450 plus people in here right now. There's never this many people when they stick around. Shout out to all the people that tuned in on YouTube, all of the people that tuned in on Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, wherever you guys tuned in this year. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you guys. Seriously, from the bottom of my heart, this has been arguably one of the best years, if not the best year of my life. And I promise you guys that I am going to give you one hell of a season in 2024. Before we kick off, Kyle comes through with one more 199 super chat. He says, "Hey, can you follow me and I show you the posters?" Hit me up on what you call it, and I got you on Twitter. All right.